But then there's like really pretty girls who think just because they're really pretty, they don't have to improve their sex.
Right.
So like some of the baddest women I've been with have had the worst sex.
Right. They're not that great.
They're
Because
not that
just
great.
because
They're so fine.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to fuck them that why they're like, why do I need to improve in bed? Like
that's the
I
same.
look better than every bitch when I go outside.
But also,
Yeah.
like some of the quote unquote, I wouldn't say crazy women. To speak to the people who are the women who like have their head on their shoulders. If they gain enough experience through in life, they can get really good in bed still and still have their head on their shoulders.
or if they really care about pleasing the man they're with,
Right.
Yeah.
then they do have good sex. Then
Yeah. And they get wiped up fast too.
Yeah, I would say the average to, if it's on like a scale of 1 to 10, like 6 to 8 has the best sex. 9 and 10 is whack.
Yeah. I agree with that.
6 to 8 has the best sex.
Yeah, because remember, like
I
when you
agree
were
with
saying,
that.
like when you were saying, they don't feel like they have to work on their, sexual performance and all that.
Yeah, right. Because they
that's the way I feel about personality.
Oh,
like,
same.
Like to me,
same
I
as
feel
that.
like
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
the hottest, not even just chicks, but the hottest people sometimes
Terrible
are just
personality.
100%.
they lack personality, and I
100%.
feel the reason why is because all their life they've probably been attractive. Like they were the cutest kid. What the fuck was that? I heard something go on the door. Yeah, they were probably like the cutest kid in kindergarten. So all their life, like people have been giving them attention because of what they look like. So they didn't
Right.
feel the need to gain a personality or an
Or
interesting
or just like
personality.
not
They
even
weren't
attract-
challenged. They weren't challenged.
Or
Yeah.
not even attractive. If they were like jocks or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A sense of humor,
Yeah.
a lot of the hottest chicks that I've known is like they're kind of just boring people. Like
Yes,
yeah,
they are.
of course there are exceptions, but
Right, right.
But the ones that I've known is just like they're not interesting. There's
just
nothing
not-
to them other than the fact that they're just attractive.
Well, you know what it is? It almost feels like they're not part of reality
Yeah,
because they haven't been treated as they were a part of reality
Right.
for so long.
They've always been treated with this.
They've always been treated
pedestal.
above.
They're
Yeah,
put on
they've
this
always been
pedestal.
treated above reality. So it's like,
and I guess that's like like looks. It's almost like being rich. Like rich kids don't know the life of the average Joe. So
Right,
they
right.
move that way. You could tell like a kid that's been homeschooled and shit, and
Yeah,
never been
that's true.
around people. That's what like people who are. I think it's just like they're physically rich.
What
that's
it
why I
is.
feel like I've talked about it before. I've mentioned this before. I feel like not even the best people in the world, but like, yeah, I would, let's just say the best people, I'll just say it. The best people in the world, the best human beings in the world, I feel like they have to come from the bottom, either the middle or
Yeah,
the bottom,
yeah.
and then go up.
And then go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's too hard to
I agree.
Start from the top.
start from the top and be a well-rounded person that
To understand
is,
everybody else.
to even because it's easy to understand up. It's harder to understand down.
Right.
When you were never down to begin with. So
Yes.
why would you? It's one of those things. Why would you? And
Yeah.
even if you did learn it, that's almost why like like if we're talking like medieval times and shit, like people would send their kids to another castle, like they're boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you would raise your son to 8 years old or 9 years old or whatever, and then you send them to your homeboy's house for 5 or 6 years to be up underneath. So maybe it's kind of just like the
You gotta
world
do
is not
experience.
just here. You're the shit here, but you need to be the shit somewhere else too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's
Yeah.
kind of what it's
And
like.
you should also have like one visible flaw,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
so that like
She has,
you can
she
encounter.
has gap tooth. Oh, thank God.
so you can encounter that.
Yeah.
Like you can encounter that, and you can like realize that, hey, this alone ain't gonna take you where you need to go.
Because it's
Right,
humbling.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you have like
Yeah.
a physical flaw, it's humbling because you don't think you're that the shit, but
Yeah.
you're just like, but you're good enough, like. But people who are just like physically flawless, it's like
Hey, look, man.
it's hard to humble them.
I believe in like entry level bullying.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you mean.
No,
I know what you mean.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. There's definitely I know what you mean. Entry to intermediate.
Yes.
I say entry to intermediate because Extreme is where motherfuckers start wanting to shoot schools up,
Right,
commit
right.
suicide. We don't
But
want
just the
that.
regular,
We don't want that.
normal amount. Like
The
what,
normal
I
amount.
used to get teased and shit, and I
Yeah.
teased somebody before.
But
Right.
you tease back. And
Yeah,
You like,
yeah.
Yeah, you need to learn how to be able to take a little bit, but
Yeah.
you can't be so sheltered that like, I don't know what drives somebody to want to shoot up a school.
Being
They-
bullied.
Yeah.
Well,
But
being
on
like,
what level though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
because that depends also on their where mentality,
That's
like
what
where
I'm-
they
yeah,
are
that's what I-
too.
That's literally what I was
Because if
about
they're
to say.
easily triggered,
But like if
and
it's
shit.
constant bullying from like the time they were in like really
Like, as soon as they
daycare,
started school,
elementary
yeah,
school.
As soon as they started socializing.
Because a lot of people,
Yeah.
like you said, a lot of kids are sheltered, or you know what I'm saying, they just, I ain't gonna say sheltered, like they were just raised nicely, you know.
Right.
Like when I was younger, I was bullied because I was like quiet and shy. I know it's so hard to believe. I was very quiet
I
and
believe it.
shy
Nah,
when
I
I was
believe
younger.
that.
Like I was very
Still
reserved,
kinda lack-
and I was little.
whack ass nigga.
So fuck you.
Oh, so you're teasing her now.
So and I was little, but then it got to the point where it was just like I was constantly getting picked on, and then I just fucking snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just fucking
I
snapped.
just said fuck it.
and then you got respect for snapping.
Yes.
Yup.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
and then
There
you
you
can't
go.
go back. That's how
Yeah.
it
And then
happens.
it's like it got to the point when I got older that like I used to bully the bullies. Like 'cause if
Yeah.
you know,
All it
bu-
takes.
bullies
all-
always fucking with people that you know what I'm saying. Like
right.
it's always
Yeah.
like the big ugly bitch.
and they
That's
never
picking on
expected to be
somebody else.
they never expected to be flipped.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like bullies never expected to come back their direction.
Yeah.
Never. It's like so when you see a bully get bullied, the bully get frozen, and it's like, nigga, what happened to all that tough shit? Like, you've been tough since we known you. All of a sudden,
Facts.
you pussy now.
Facts.
And we know it's because their father or something like that is just like picking on them and
always some
shit.
it's
then they
always some
just take
fucked
it
up
out
home
on you when they
dynamic.
go to school.
Yep.
It's always some fucked up home dynamic.
You know,
Like,
it's
if
so
you
crazy.
get-
I've befriended 2 bullies in my life.
real?
Yes. Yeah, in elementary
I had
school,
one.
this kid used to bully me, like not physically, but just like tease, you know, and shit. And one day we were just like in the playground, and I was just hanging out with him and just listening to him and all that stuff. He was telling me about stuff that was like going on at home, and all of a sudden, the next day, he was like, "Hey, what's going on, Shane?" Yeah.
Oh,
And then
shit.
8th grade, that happened again with this tall dude, and he used to pick on me, but like I said, it wasn't like mean. It was just like he used to always pick on me.
Yeah.
Right.
And then hanging out, listening to his problems. Next thing you know, the next day he never did it again. I'm just like, oh, bullies just want to be listened to.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they want somebody to just to
Yeah.
care, because it's bro. That's one of the things. Watching Soft White Underbelly, bro.
Oh yeah,
Watching
yeah.
Soft White Underbelly. I don't know if y'all have started. Watching
I just started
it,
the
I've seen some.
nudists one.
but
Yeah.
oh yeah, the nudist ones are kind of crazy. But,
Cherry knows about that because I don't know
I
if
don't
she
know
was
what
here
that
when you were
is.
talking.
Soft
No,
White
I don't think
Underbelly
she
is a
did.
YouTube channel. They do interviews with interesting people, and he always picks a sector of people. So, for a while, it was Skid Row homeless people, and then Skid Row has all type of people. They have drug addicts, just regular homeless people, fentanyl addicts, prostitutes, and tricks as well. And then he went to Memphis, and his whole purpose of being there was to meet pimps and prostitutes. And then he went to Florida, and it was about nudists and swingers. He went
I
to
watched
West.
that one and the cam girl one too because I just wanted to
Yeah,
know
he's
like
been doing
what's the,
porn
the
stars
mentality
recently. He's been doing
behind
porn
that.
stars. He's done strippers. He's done West Virginia, the Appalachian people. It's like the poorest area in the
yeah.
entire country. So he's interviewed a lot of them. So yeah, it's always, and it's like deep ass stories, my nigga. Like just interesting ass stories. Bro.
Yeah,
like,
he just asked them questions.
I
It's
know
black
you
and
like
white.
it.
My new obsession is like the people in the Appalachians. I've been on TikTok, like
Oh yeah, so yeah,
deep
you're
with
gonna
them
love Soft White
and
Underbelly.
all the
then.
creatures. That's why they're so poor because they're fucking
I gotta see
mountain
that.
people.
Yeah.
All
So
the
yeah,
creatures.
so you're gonna fucking love Soft White Underbelly. So long story short, based off of what I've learned from Soft White Underbelly about my main priorities when raising a child is my main thing with raising a child is if I can a 2-parent household. This is what I've noticed comes most people's downfall. Trying to maintain a 2-parent household, whether we're together or not, maintaining some sort of 2-parent household, keeping them away from any sort of abuse, sexual or physical abuse. Those are the big ones. These motherfuckers be getting touched out here, bro.
Yeah.
Children
No.
are getting touched.
Children get
dog.
touched.
Yeah.
Children get
Yeah.
touched.
Like, and it's like, especially after watch, like I've always known about it. I don't have kids, so my thing isn't as heightened. But after watching Soft White Underbelly, bro, I'm fucking paranoid just off somebody trying to touch my child.
Yeah,
bro.
because
You know what I
people
mean?
always make it seem like it's like, oh, it's these grown people, these strangers, and all that stuff.
Hell
No,
no,
it's
bruh.
always within the family.
So many of those stories that I've seen, man.
It's
and
always
it
a
be-
cousin or yeah.
I
mean,
okay,
shit.
so 2-parent household, sexual or physical abuse, and drugs, keeping drugs out of the
Oh, and
house.
drugs, yeah.
Those seem to be the main 3 things, bro. And honestly, if you can keep those, I don't give a fuck what my child does because I know I'm setting them up for the best thing. Because
Right.
all these people that I've seen, bro, all the people that are like addicts, pimps, dealers, and like the worst situations doing interviews, every single one of them has some sort of abuse story. It's either abuse, neglect, from a parent or another.
Yeah.
Or what was the other?
Drugs?
Or drugs.
Yeah.
And then that's the parents being on drugs, and then
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
Right.
moving over to
Generation.
the child. Yeah. But
Yeah.
man, the fucking abuse ones are so hard to listen to sometimes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like one homeless guy, you could tell sound, mind, body, and soul. And his parents didn't die. His parents didn't leave him. His parents left early, but it was just both had early deaths. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And that's just what fucked him up. Outside of that, everything else, he's a normal person. You know what I'm saying? But that completely crushed him as a child. So it's like, and obviously there's certain things that we can't prevent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's
Yeah.
if it's your time and you leave this earth before your kids
happens,
do,
it happens.
it happens, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But the abuse and the abuse and the drugs, that could be controlled
Yeah.
as much as possible. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
as
saying?
much as possible.
As much as
Yeah,
possible.
you know, as much as you can control.
That shit got me nervous, bro, because I mean these motherfuckers are disgusting, dog. Like
Yeah.
it be people on there, bro, talking about they fucking fathers touching them at 3 years old.
Oh yeah, it's wild shit out there, bro.
When they be going into these group homes are fucking savage, bro.
Oh yeah.
Any sort of group home, like a child in the care system, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wild shit happens. I believe it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you avoid getting touched, bro? Especially for a woman, bro. That shit is so dangerous for them, bro. Like, every woman that said that they were CPS took them from their parents or whatever like that, and they ended up in foster homes, bro. They go to a foster home, the foster home's husband's touching them. Or
I
one of the
believe that.
boys in
I
there
believe
that's
that.
also in the group home is touching
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It's like fucking impossible to keep them away from sexual abuse, bro. Like, once they enter into that system, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And then they gotta worry about it from their peers. Like
yeah.
like you say, the little boys and shit like that. Like they
Yeah,
do that shit.
yeah,
too,
yeah.
you know what
That's
I'm
what
saying?
you
Like
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because them kids that you might have never been abused, but you go to a group home, that little boy was getting touched by his mom, or that
Facts.
little boy was getting touched by his brother, and then starts doing that shit to you.
Yeah.
And the group home people might not be doing. That's why it's like, even being in a group home, bro. I thought about, because I've always wanted to adopt a kid. Like after I have my
Oh, really?
kids, yeah, I've always wanted to adopt one, or at least an older kid though.
Oh.
I wanted to
Yeah,
adopt like
same.
a
You
high
mean
school.
like like a high
like
school. Okay.
17 about to turn 18, because once
Yeah.
they turn 18, they kick them to the streets, bro.
Yeah.
No, they
oh,
actually
hell
have.
yeah.
They actually.
Sometimes they don't.
They actually don't. They have programs from like 18 to 21 that'll set them up in like school. They'll get, they'll give them housing. They'll find them a job. they
Yeah,
have all of
yeah.
that. But a lot of them.
I didn't know about that.
A
But
lot
that's
of
still
them-
hard though.
a lot
Because
of
think
them
about
tend
at
to-
21, nigga.
A lot of them.
Was you
tend- but a
really
lot
ready
of-
to be on the street by yourself, full blown adult?
Nope.
Yeah, you
They
know what I'm
are,
saying?
but this is the thing. Like
I'd have been in the
they've
streets.
they've
Yeah.
been ultimately locked up for a majority of their childhood. 'Cause I got a lot of clients
That is true.
that have that foster. You know what I'm saying? You always have to foster before you adopt, and a lot of them have never adopted because like the fosters like this one lady, she had like a 17-year-old. And you know what I'm saying, he just wanted to be out in the streets. Like she
Cherry.
did every. What?
Don't just make sure you in here.
Oh,
yeah.
she did. You know what I'm saying? She did everything for him. You know what I'm saying? But he just wanted to be in the streets. He wanted to go out, do whatever the fuck he wanted to do, and he left. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? And she can't do anything because he's about to be 18 like next month. So it is
Oh,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Or like she had another a foster kid who was like 15, a girl who was like 15, but she liked the family that she was like she liked her friend's family more, so she wanted to like always go stay with them or whatever. And then realized when she went and then like asked to like go live with them, and they accepted her, but then when she realized like they weren't doing all the shit that she was doing, she wanted to
Right.
come back, and she was like no. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
it's harder like to with the older kids because like they just want to do what the fuck they want to do, and it's just like you're
Right,
still a
right.
fucking kid. Like
Yeah.
Right.
you can't. But it's like I've been on my own for so fucking long. Like how you gonna tell me? You know what I'm saying?
True.
And then that's how they get into like drugs, street
Other
life, all
shit
of
like
that,
that,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, see that, and that's what I've also like. I wanted to adopt older kids for that, but then, like you said, it's like trying to control them. Is like, how do you really control them? You know what I'm
Because their
saying?
personality, wherever he got it from, it was already instilled in him by the
Right.
time you got him.
Yeah,
And
and his
then-
parents weren't dead, or they weren't like they were just unfit. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
talked to his mom all the time. Like that's where he ended up going. He ended up leaving the state and like going to live with his mom. Like
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because some people just ain't fit to be raising children,
Mm-hmm.
and then, but it's fucked, man, bro. A child not having their parents, bro,
Yeah, it changes the game
it
drastically.
changes the game.
changes-
Or
yeah.
and not even not having them, maybe not even knowing them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like just having that mystery hanging over you, your entire life. It could just morph into so many different fucking things, man.
Yeah. Because it's like not having anything to bounce, that natural thing to bounce off of. you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's like, what is the perfect age to get a child out of the whatever?
that's why people want to
system.
get babies. That's why, because even
Yeah, I
even when
guess.
you
But
have
that's the hardest to get.
even
though,
when you
right?
have like somewhat even when you have like a 3, 5, 7-year-old, like a lot of times like they were abused, you know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying,
yeah. That's old
sexually
enough to where
or,
a
you
lot
know
of
what I'm
damage have
saying?
been happening. Yeah,
And it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to break them from that because they have like so many behavioral and mental issues from that all that trauma and PTSD, and you know what I'm saying,
PTSD,
like this
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so it's even harder, like, and it requires more input than you have a baby or a teenager. Teenagers gonna run away.
true.
You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna
Just
run
their
away.
natural
Fuck this, I'm gonna run away. Like I have
Facts.
friends, you know what I'm saying? With the kid that's 5 or 7, like, you know, what do you do? And that's why a lot of times they just bounce from foster home to foster home because people don't want to put in the time. Like a lot of people just want to foster for money. You know
Which
what
is
I'm saying?
ridiculous.
You get
true.
money.
And it is
You know what I'm
it's a
saying?
big hustle.
Oh,
It's a
It's a
hustle.
big
So
hustle.
yeah, that's why that's why these kids are like
Even,
that's why they
um,
run away.
Even like it's the same type of money like what you do for work.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
money in
okay.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's the same thing with fostering.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
getting paid from the state.
Okay, so but you're saying some people's like intention, like if they're fostering, might
The
be
more
just
kids,
for,
more money. Yeah,
Yeah,
like they'll
more
have
kids,
like
more
4 or
money.
5 kids at one
Oh.
time and treat them like pure
And
shit.
treat them like straight shit
Shit.
and
Yeah.
get $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month for each kid,
Yep.
and
And
give
it's
them
just like it's a cycle.
and give them scraps off of it, and really they just
And
that,
then
that is their job.
And a lot of
making money
times
off
when
these
they do
children.
turn 18, you know what I'm saying, they just tell them get out their house, go,
Yup.
you know, find your own
Because
resources.
that's I'm like, yeah, because it's like that's not my my
not
parents.
yeah,
So it's like
not really trying to help them or
I
set
don't
them
feel
up
the love
for the,
and shit.
not really
Right.
trying to set them up for the future or success.
yeah.
People ain't shit, bro.
Yeah.
People really ain't shit.
But it's
bro.
even harder trying. My client told me she, you know, the reason she's been fostering for like 13 years, but she just hasn't found a kid that she's really had a connection with to the point where she would adopt them.
Damn.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, because a lot of these kids is broken, bro. These kids
Yeah.
is fucked up.
I mean, if you think
But I
about
mean, if
where
you
the
make that
situation
decision,
they're
though-
in, I mean,
It's so man.
it's
really
hard for
fucked up.
positivity to come out of that situation
Yeah,
of like not
absolutely.
knowing who your parents are
Unless
and
you
all
have,
shit.
unless you're an infant or
Yeah.
a toddler.
But then,
you
and
know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
thing, right?
Yeah.
If you're going into this, like into the adoption system or going to adopt a child, you should have that mentality already. Like, yo, this shit gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, you should have that mentality. This shit gonna be hard. Like, regardless of what they do, I gotta show them love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
If they're a loving, it depends on their motives for going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends
If
on
they're
their
going
motive.
into it with that motive, that
'Cause
that beauty
'cause
can come out of that.
My
but-
my motive and why I've always wanted it, especially like an older one, is because
No one wants the older kids.
And you-
Because I'm the same. I wanted to adopt.
if I'm
too.
in a great position to where I already got a bunch of kids and I could afford anything, you know what I'm saying? I would love to give somebody else the chance to set them up for the best success that they could possibly have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They could completely waste this opportunity. But I've already made the prompt. I've already told you straight up, even if you do a bunch of fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna treat you like one of my kids. So you could be 35 and you're like, okay, I still need help. I've signed up to still help you, even though
Exactly.
you've been fucking up since you were 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're in a different position than my kids are because
Yeah.
they didn't have the same issues you had. But like, still, just to be able to help somebody like that,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that aspect.
And then and like you said, they have to be grateful too, because like 17, like
And I
you get a
understand
kid at
they might not-
17,
Yeah,
that's
and-
17 years of not having some kind of family
Love, yeah.
connection with you.
And then you gotta also
He might just be like, "You're my pimp, and
right.
shit.
And you
You
also
give me
gotta-
money from time
and
to time."
You are the person adopting older kids. You got to go into it knowing that they might not fuck with you for 10 years.
Oh yeah,
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You might have adopted them when they were like excited to get out and be 18.
Yeah.
My
Whatever the fuck they
coworker,
want,
my
you know what I'm
coworker's
saying?
from Haiti. She was adopted by a white family and she was born in Haiti, and she was adopted when she was like 4 or 5, and now she does not talk to them at all. Like I don't know what happened, but she ain't go into detail, but she doesn't talk to them at all.
See, and that's another issue: getting adopted by a different race. Then that adds
Now, that
another
is-
layer.
Yeah, that is another layer. Yeah, that is a whole another layer.
I don't feel right in this house. I'm the
Yeah.
darkest one in here.
Yeah, or like imagine being a black person getting adopted into like a
Madonna.
white family and then them not teaching you
Because they
Like,
can't.
culture.
because they can't.
They
They,
can't.
just can't. Like
can't.
you can do all the education you want.
They
you're
could
just
warn
not gonna be
you.
able
They
to
could
tell-
warn you that
Yeah,
hey,
can
the
warn
world's
me.
gonna
You're just
treat
not
you a little
gonna be
differently
able
than the rest
to
of us.
Get
but-
that same experience, so then you got that battle to go against. You got
That's
that
just
battle
another
as
layer.
well.
Yeah.
As long
Did
as
your
whatever.
parents like tell you not to touch things in stores?
Hell
yeah, of course.
Right?
Got the speech.
Do you think
every
a white
time
do you think a
before we got in
white
the car.
parent's gonna tell a
Probably.
black child that?
All
I
right.
don't know what it's like being raised as a white child.
I don't.
I feel like, I don't know. Like I feel like
been
they
to.
would.
Yeah.
I mean, just from like observations and stuff like that. Like,
But I see black
yeah.
parents like protecting their children or making their children aware of how the world views them.
Yeah, because a
sometimes.
black kid could pick something up and you know what I'm saying and not know.
Be interpreted as stolen. and-
And
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
And our parents protect us from that.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But how much of white people don't know they don't know the black experience.
Right.
No,
Oh, yeah.
they don't.
No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
tough to try to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
it's-
and they don't know the from what I've experienced, like going over to like white friends' house and shit. I don't know if white parents know the difference between abuse and discipline. You know, because they think it's the same thing. To me, the difference is discipline is if your kid does something very bad, you hit
Discipline-
them because they did something very bad. You
yeah,
know,
you discipline
that's
them
discipline
for that action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
abuse is hitting your child because they were standing there for no reason.
Right, right.
Hitting your
right.
child for no reason, that's abuse. Or,
Yeah.
or for no good reason, that's abuse. Discipline is hitting for a good reason.
Right,
I
right,
used to get
right,
hit,
yeah.
but it was because I broke the fucking lamp.
Yeah,
You know?
it was something. It was
Not
cause-
because I was-
cause
The
and effect.
consequence.
Not because
Yeah,
I
right.
coughed, you know?
So with
Yeah.
that, I'm also for entry level whooping your kid's ass.
Man,
Yeah.
yeah. So hey man, like
I'm still
I
on
got
the fence
hit.
about.
Yeah.
You know, I am kind of on the fence about that. Like,
I'm not beating my kids.
I'm
I get
definitely
the-
doing spanking.
I'm not.
I ain't
I'm disciplining
Well,
my
that's the same
kids.
thing.
It depends
Well,
on what
No, it's
they
not the same
do.
thing.
Yeah.
It
I don't think
depends
I'm-
on
I
what
don't
they
feel like
do.
I'm-
It's not the same thing, but
I don't
it
feel
is
like
the
I
same
would have
thing.
to physically reprimand my kids. Like
I think
Like-
spanking is okay when they're I think like you know what I'm saying spanking.
it's
is
definitely okay. Like I definitely was spanked. You know what I'm saying? My nieces were,
Yeah.
but just like with my youngest niece now, like she's very emotional, and a lot of kids are. She, you know what I'm saying? She just turned like 7 or 8. And you know what I'm saying, when she was like 5 and 6, she was just very emotional to the point where like my fucking brother's ex-wife put her in therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because
She was always crying. or
she was
something?
always crying.
Yeah.
But they never took the time to sit her down and figure out why
Yeah, what
she
the
was
fuck?
crying.
But you should
Like,
also do both. Like you can't just spank somebody and not
but
tell
that
them
that
anything.
goes to, you know what I'm saying, the trauma that her mother had. Like that bitch
Right.
was just fucking crazy. Like you're just like
Right.
it's a generational thing. Like I used to feel like I had to beat my kids because I got
But
beat.
here's the thing. I believe in like spanking and stuff, but I also believe in telling your children what's going on, why things are happening,
Yeah.
right? So like whenever a child does something wrong, you shouldn't just hit them because they did something wrong. You can tell them specifically what they did wrong, why what they did wrong shouldn't be done, and what the consequences of that action could be if they do it again.
Right.
When you're
Right,
not
right,
around,
right,
right?
right. Yeah.
So if you're disciplining them, you're gonna give them all the knowledge
what I
they
used to do,
need
like, when
to
Roman-
understand
yeah.
things.
I just don't think it
But
has to be physical.
still,
though. Like because it got
I think it's still okay to be like, hey, look, man. Hey, look.
like I said, it depends on the gravity of what they did.
Of what the offense is.
I cut school 10 days in a row. I got the beating of a fucking lifetime.
Yeah.
Turned out all right. And I never cut school again.
Right.
Yeah, you put your
I think
hand
it
in
does- I
you
think it
touch a
does
hot
the-
stove, you learn not to do it again.
Yeah, I think it does depend on the gravity. But I think that's where.
And
I
I
think-
embarrassed my
They
mom
don't
too.
always work though. Let me say that they don't always work because I used to get my ass whooped all the time for the same shit.
Well, that's the thing too.
Over
Yeah,
and over
yeah.
again. Like the ass whooping really didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at a
like,
certain
and
point,
then it
ass
got to the
whoopings don't
point
work.
where like I would do shit and then hide it because I was scared of getting my ass whooped when all my mom really had to do.
Okay, so
was
then what do you
fucking
think?
Talking to me about what the. Fuck
Okay,
was
so
going
then what do
on.
you think would have happened if she
The
had just talked to
the
you?
conversation was lax.
Do you think would you
Honestly,
not do
I
it
feel
again?
like a
or-
lot of times, if my mom would have just talked to me, I would have been a lot more open to her when I was younger because I was terrified of my mother. I was terrified of what she would do to me.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
from
yeah.
like the stories that my brothers would tell me and how she would discipline them physically. I was fucking
okay.
terrified. Like that shit now is she would be in jail for the shit she did to my
Well,
brother.
Well, that
that's
sounds
different.
well.
That's
Well, that
different.
sounds
That
like
sounds like a lot-
abuse.
that sounds bad.
That sounds like
was.
abuse,
It
not
is.
discipline.
It was.
I'm
You know
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
discipline.
But that's because that's how my mom was born in the 50s. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was. Yeah,
that's
you went-
how it was.
you
Then.
went-
That's
Like,
abuse.
My grandma treated my mom like shit.
I know.
She beat
That's
the fuck out
abuse.
of her.
My mom
You know what I'm
was
saying?
going through that shit too.
Yeah,
But, like,
I
it got
feel
to
like
the
all of
point-
our. It's like we have to. It's like our understanding. Growing up, it was like we had to earn the right to be like humans in front of our parents.
and that was a breaking point for me and my mom's relationship when I was like 11 or 12, and she went to hit me, and I grabbed her, and I was like, "No, bro,
Everybody had
you're
that
not about-
moment.
You're not about to
Yeah.
hit me over this. Like, we can sit here and talk about it. Like, it's not that deep."
Right,
And
right,
which-
right.
And that was the last time my mom whooped me, and ever since then, it was always talks.
Well, you seem like that was abuse. I was raised with
Now,
discipline.
my brothers, yes, absolutely. Me,
I
was
broke a
not.
lamp,
I was a
I
girl,
got my ass
so
hit.
it was different. You know,
I cut
definitely
school.
got
I got my
whooped.
ass hit.
Yeah.
Look, hey,
Definitely.
look, you talking to me and Shane?
Y'all
We're Caribbean. We're
It's
Caribbean.
different. It's so different.
So I'm gonna tell
I
you.
get it. Yeah, I know.
That's true.
I
That's
know.
another thing too.
Yeah.
My
I got
friend
hit.
growing up Jamaican.
Yeah.
My
I definitely got hit.
bro, my homegirl, like, bro, I used to be terrified of her mom. Like,
Right, but I
used to
wasn't
be like, girl, do you
abused.
want to just come to my house? Like, I could hear her screams from like
Yeah,
the,
but
from
I-
like the
look.
parking lot type shit.
Because with discipline. Oh, shit. Did you hit something? Oh, I was about to say, wait, I don't see anything.
You can hear it, it's like a cigarette.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say because with discipline, like I said, I was disciplined. I didn't fear my parents, so that's
Facts.
how I know the difference. That
I
it
didn't-
wasn't
yeah,
abuse.
exactly. I
I
had
didn't
no
fear my parents.
fear
I
to
just
my
knew
parents.
not to do
Did you
some
fear
shit.
them? Okay.
Yeah.
My mom is
Not
still
to do some big
fearing
ass-
me and all my nieces and nephews.
Yeah, I didn't
and my
fear my
brothers.
dad or
that's
fear my
true. I
mom.
see what you're saying.
I just knew not to
I
do
feared
certain
her
things
in the-
anymore.
I feared her in the aspect of if I do this, I know what can come of it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I'm not gonna do
Right.
that because I got my ass
Yeah.
beat the last time I did something
But
like
I
this.
didn't
so-
fear her like
But I
every
didn't.
time, like every time she came in the room, I didn't think I might get
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
Exactly.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a friend, like, she literally does not physically discipline her kid, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like, she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has temper tantrums. She be throwing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Breaking stuff. And she literally was like just sit her down until she's fucking calm and then talk to her. And then after that, she's good and she won't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, so
and
you might
she's-
just take that same approach.
You know what I'm saying? It was because she just, like, something had happened and she didn't know how to process it. So she just was just like, you know what I'm saying? The mind of a fucking 4-year-old is just wild.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're developing, and she develops so quick. She's so fucking smart. Like, just how we're sitting here talking, she can carry a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with us. But it's just like certain things happen, like, you know what I'm saying, in her little toddler brain where it's just like, and
No,
she just don't know what to do. Like,
And I don't
sit down
think-
and talk to your kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not gonna beat you because you drew on the wall. Just don't.
Yeah.
Why? I'm gonna make you clean the wall.
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also come from a military family too. You better do the wall.
Right.
sits.
No, but that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
You better stand there with a book on your head. You better hold a fucking jug of fucking Hawaiian punch, a jug of
Yeah,
milk.
and even if it's
something,
not like
shit
physical
that.
beating, I do believe in some sort of physical something.
Not like like
whether it be
some type of
you
physical
gotta-
reprimand, but like I really don't want to spank or like, you know what I'm saying. Whoop
I
my
understand
but
your
can I
reasons
say
for
something?
not doing that.
I
just
don't
don't
want to,
wanna
but
do
I
that.
will if I need to.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
spank.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it's not something you should lead with. I'm not saying
That's
I'm
exactly-
not saying
yeah,
it
definitely,
and I'm
definitely.
not
It's the
saying
last resort. Kind
Most
of thing.
people do though. Most
Right.
people lead with that.
That's
but
abuse.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, most people do, but that's because that's how it's a cycle.
Yeah.
That's
But
because
that's
how
my
they
argument
was.
here. My argument here is you shouldn't lead with that at all.
Yeah.
All the things I said prior, I think you should do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
always.
If you can't wait
That's
to
the way
hit your
do it.
child,
You
that's
gotta take care in
abuse.
that way. What I'm saying is, I'm not against the thought of doing it if the situation demands it.
Now, if a little kid hit me, I'm hitting his ass back.
Yeah.
If I'm saying
'Cause
if
you
the
need to keep
situation demands it, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what.
It's
And
like
go hit
it's
him
like
hard.
a cop with a gun. I mean, not the cops in America apparently, but you know the way a cop is supposed to be, where it's like the last resort is drawing your gun.
Right.
That's the way I
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
The way a cop is supposed to.
If I've
Yeah.
given you the spiel before, and I've taught you about this, and I've told you why, and this, and you're doing the same thing again, like I have to find some other recourse. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it may
the
not-
parents you're talking about is like the Black Lives Matter cops, where it's just like they shoot before.
And I just want all y'all to understand that we're out here giving parenting advice, and none of us
None of us have children.
children.
So,
But I
yeah,
got,
so
I
take
got,
advice. and
listen,
shit.
I got 8 nieces and fucking nephews, and I got.
But hey, we
plenty
were
of friends who
raised
have
by
kids.
parents.
We were,
So,
yeah.
I remember how I was raised.
All
so.
I'm saying is I got my ass beat, and I think I'm an amazing
Episode
person.
181.
Yeah,
advice
I think I'm all
for
right,
people
but
with
I
no
got my ass
kids.
beat.
Now I do think like some kid. Now don't get me wrong. Like I really don't like to say kids are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just bad parenting, not bad kids. Because some
Yeah.
kids, just
Kids
their
are-
parents just let them get away with fucking murder.
Yeah.
Some-
And then
Yeah.
like,
Some
like
kids are
when they
fucking bad.
realize that, like my little cousin, for
They
example,
always realize it.
they would be fucking angels with me, my mom, like anybody else. They
Oh,
get
yeah.
home and they're fucking demons.
Monsters. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, yo,
Kids ain't dumb. And
Aunt
people,
Cat, get your fucking kids.
you know what it really
bro.
is? People underestimate children all the time. Roman does it all the time. If I have Roman for 1 week, you'll think he's the most well-behaved child in the world.
Yeah,
As soon as he goes back to my sister's, all of a sudden he got something smart to say.
yeah.
And I can knock that out of him in 24 hours. It's over. Because he's
Yeah.
I'm not playing that shit. You
Yeah.
know what
See,
I'm saying?
but that's going back to what I
Yeah.
was saying. I cut myself off, but when I was saying going over to my white friend's house, I would
Yeah.
go over there sometimes and just be like, "Get the fuck out of my room, mom!"
Wild.
And then
Oh,
That's
Wild.
Dylan.
Yeah.
That's
Wild,
Dylan.
bro.
I did that shit
Bro.
before.
Wild, bro.
The way
And then
Dylan
my mom
be,
made me
bro.
stop hanging out with those those kids.
Bro, the
and the
way
parents would just be like, "Johnny,
nigga, the way Dylan be
AJ,
talking to his mom
did that?
sometimes.
I never did that, but
Oh.
like I remember, like I did shit because I have done stuff because
You
I
saw your white friends do it.
Yeah.
And not even my white friends. I've just seen my other friends get away with it. Even black parents. Like, there's not all black parents are.
Or yeah.
Or that, like that.
as attentive as my mom was. So like, I had a friend that would run away. My dumbass never considered running away ever. My dumbass run away one day because I see my
'Cause you saw
friend
it.
get away with it, be out for 2-3 days at a time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, nigga, that shit do seem kind of easy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I run away. Never had that thought ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I've definitely done shit that I've seen
from
my
other
friends
households."
do and get away with it in their household, thinking it was gonna fly in mine.
Yeah,
And come to find out
Nah,
that
it doesn't
did
fly.
not fly.
So
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
AJ, let me ask you: have you ever spanked Roman?
Oh yeah.
I rest
definitely.
my case.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
you're out.
Roman got to because you got to with Roman. Yeah, you got to, bro. You got
At least he
to.
has that balance. He go
Yeah.
home to get whatever he wants. When he comes here, he has discipline.
Yeah,
he knows.
yeah.
He knows
You
discipline.
have to,
you know.
bro.
But like I said, I understand where you're coming
Yeah.
from. Like I understand like if all that stuff that you saw and you've been through, and you don't
Yeah.
want to hit your kids. I'm like, okay, I understand why you
Yeah.
wouldn't do that, and
Yeah.
you should.
Even with some of my
You
friends,
shouldn't.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know, I used to goddamn party like a rock star. And a lot of my friends, like, in my party stages, like, I would literally have to, like, interject sometimes and talk to them, like, bruh, if you hit your kid like that again, I'm gonna have to beat your ass. Like,
Oh my
Because
God.
it's just like, are you high? Like, especially, like, if they high.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Everything is gonna piss them off that this little kid does. Like,
Okay,
bro,
bro.
Oh,
stop-
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
that is
You
some
You know what I'm
real
saying? Like,
shit.
stop
shit.
reacting.
Bro, when we were-
because
fr-
like you're an addict. Like you don't. I don't feel like you don't need to
You
discipline
shouldn't have
your
this
kids
child for
at
real,
all.
Yeah.
Bro, from
For
like,
real.
I would say 100% from like 18 to 25, I'll say. Like, or 17 to 25 when we were really children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was still a child at 25. Let's keep it
Fact.
real.
Everybody is.
definitely.
Even
Yeah.
But, like,
mentally, especially.
Let's just say it was cleaning up a lot more around the 25. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I definitely saw a lot of my peers' children interactions with their kids, and I was like,
I would never talk to my kids like that.
bitch,
Like,
you,
You would never talk to my child like,
like,
that.
bro, I can't
Like
count-
cussing at their kid, you fucking retard. Like,
Oh.
you acting
Or
so
just
fucking
get this
stupid.
wild shit,
Get the
bro.
fuck out my face.
And
Like
it's like,
pushing them
I
and shit.
can't,
Like,
I
what
can't,
the fuck?
I can't count the amount of times that I've been to somebody's crib. They having a kickback. We in the crib smoking and drinking. I think it's just us, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. And then all of a sudden,
A
some
two-year-old
kid,
come
a
out.
two-year-old come out and sit on the lap, and they still passing blood. And
I
I'm
can't
like,
stand that. I can't
I'm
stand
like,
when
what
people
the
smoke around kids
fuck?
like
We're
that.
boundaries.
What
I
the
can't
fuck? You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
fact.
Like,
It's a fact.
and then it's like, everybody's comfortable. The parent is the most comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm uncomfortable, and this ain't even my child. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
because
in those households, households don't have no boundaries and shit.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. And I feel like, man, I'm fucking this child's life up, bro. Like, I feel like
you're a part of the damage.
I feel like I'm a part of. I'm contributing to their fucking trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's nothing I did.
Because they'll be doing all that stuff at 10.
Right.
Easily, bro. Easily,
I know people
bro.
that was like
You know what,
smoking
bro?
at 10 and shit like that.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like walk out of that situation, and or say.
Oh, at this point, yeah, I'm not
and or
standing
say
for that
directly,
shit.
you know what, bro? I'm not
Too old
smoking
for
around
that
your
shit,
kid, bro.
If I go to somebody's house, bro, and I see some shit that you're doing around your child that I do not approve of at all, I'm gonna say something.
We voicing that.
And I'm leaving. Like,
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Depending on how you react based off me saying something, we take it there if we need to take it there.
Yeah.
But I'm not moving off that point. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah, like,
if you're doing
it's
some
too
weird
crazy.
shit that I don't think children should be around, bro, I'm going to say something to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But when I was younger, it was just like, we were all
It was,
kids.
yeah, it was,
Yeah.
it was different then. Like
Yeah,
now
we
at
were all
30,
kids. But at
bro,
30, no.
why are you smoking cigarettes around your kid? Like, why are you smoking cigarettes in the
Why-
house? Your kids
Why
running
we in
around.
the car?
Weed
You,
and-
why,
Like,
yeah,
Bitch,
your
did you
kid in the
just
backseat.
did you just hit the bag and your kid was like right there? Y'all drunk twerking and your kids are mimicking you. Like, why am I here?
And then you
I
laughing and joking.
Yeah, I gotta
like,
go.
"Cuz."
I gotta go. I gotta
Yeah,
go.
Bro, that shit is wild.
That's
man.
a whole other
gotta go.
conversation, too.
Yeah, man. I done seen.
Yeah,
some-
stop doing wild shit in front of your kids too.
Yeah, but
bro.
it's not just them. It's celebrities.
Yeah,
What
too.
you mean?
Monitor
What
what
you
your
mean?
kids
Twerking
intake.
is,
Oh,
like if
yeah,
you're talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
that, yeah,
Well,
I'm just
twerking
like,
thing,
twerking is
I
just.
ain't
Twerking is
I don't care that much about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
do,
I just meant just the sexual, hypersexuality
Yeah,
in our
yeah.
culture.
I do care about it, but
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Because that's what
some of the other
Cuties
shit
was
we was
about.
talking about hits me
Like,
more.
yeah, like I can understand that, like, my child is not gonna be able to avoid the internet and see women
Right.
twerking or their favorite rapper
Yeah.
twerking.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I come home and I see my wife encouraging my little girl to
In
twerk,
the house.
Yeah, that's
you got me fucked up.
you got me
yeah,
fucked up.
now
yeah,
you got
yeah,
me fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Facts.
yeah, because
Learn
now-
it on their own, whatever. But
Yeah, you learn that shit on your own.
Because you
Like,
can only
Yeah,
control
facts.
so much of that.
Your mama said it was okay because her and her homegirls is hyping this up in the house.
Right.
Of course you're gonna go out and shake your ass in front of every guy that passed you. That you,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. That's where I draw the
That's-
line.
yeah.
You know
Or,
what I'm saying?
I was watching, being a kid and watching a movie and as a sex scene or something like that. Like, my parents couldn't control me watching,
Right.
fucking HBO or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take note. No, it's not- I'm saying.
Unless
You
I'm
heard
having-
all those facts
Hey,
that we
look,
just
hey,
said.
look,
If you learn nothing from any of what we just
Hey,
said.
look, this is like the 85 South Show, nigga. 30 minutes, and then we'll open the episode up.
You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can.
So, you know,
Oh my God. Welcome
Welcome,
Welcome.
to the 3 Oak Podcast, where even the artists could be fans. AJ the Menace.
Shane and Petty.
Cherry TNT.
And yeah, man.
Hey, we could put the intro wherever we want
put
in
the
the
intro
show.
wherever the fuck we
First of
want.
all, if you clicked on this, you know what the fuck this is.
You know what time it is. And then
Yeah.
I got to cut out quite a bit at the beginning because
Yeah.
we don't want it to
Yeah.
connect too deeply. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we'll start it around the sex
What
part,
we
you
springed
know
off
what I'm
of.
saying? We'll start it around that part.
Yeah. Because that was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, but we can go ahead and jump into some of these topics.
What's going on in the world?
Yeah, well, Cherry, just fill us in how you been. It looked like you had a
Yeah.
nice little weekend last weekend.
Yeah. So me and Alicia threw Skin a birthday party for his 63rd
I
party.
still have not been to Skin
You know what I'm
House.
saying? He always do stuff for people. Like everybody always celebrate his birthday over there. Nobody had ever thrown him a party. You know what I'm saying? Without
He's
him,
always having fun.
you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, he had said something to me about it, so I told Alicia. So yeah, we basically threw him a fiesta. It was taco themed.
Oh, shit. I was
You
about
know
to
what I'm
say
saying? So
R. Kelly song.
and we got all like the little
Fiesta.
Yeah,
little
like,
selfie props with like the little fiesta banner with the little, the little shits on the stick, got
Yeah.
like the little hat glasses and shit.
Shit's on the stick.
We had fajitas, ground beef, shredded chicken, rice, all the beans. Just it was fire. We had a piñata,
Oh, shit.
plenty of fucking liquor. I hit a big ass fucking dab and I fell asleep for like 3 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that dab was way too fucking big, but it was straight. It was nice.
Nice.
And just doing school and shit, that old thing.
yeah, how was school?
School's
Are
good.
you in the classroom?
So I'm hybrid, so part in the
Okay.
class, part online. Yeah, I was in person like full time, but I guess with COVID, I don't know. Like literally like 2.5 weeks into school, they were like, "Yeah, we're going hybrid," and I was like, "Damn." I was like, "So what the fuck happened in here?" Like they might have had outbreaks, like COVID
Some
outbreaks
big ass
or
outbreak
something
you didn't even know
in the
about.
other buildings. I don't think probably
Was it
not
easier
in my
for you to
building.
make that switch
What?
mentally? Like you hadn't been in school in a while.
What, to online and shit? Or
No,
you mean
just
like
to
just in
be
school?
just to be in school.
Oh yeah, like I've been thinking about this for like 4 years,
Oh,
like, but
okay,
it was
okay.
just like it was just never, you know what I'm saying, like good timing, like it just was never like the time to do it. It was like something always happened, something always came up to where like I was just like, and if I go to school right now, this is going to, you know what I'm saying, throw
Fuck this up
everything
or delay
out.
this.
But
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I finally was just like, when COVID hit, and I was seeing how much these traveling nurses was making off of, you know what I'm saying, just going to different states and working for
Shout
the
out
hospital,
to-
even if it's not in COVID, like still traveling nurses
yeah.
get paid bread.
Shout out to all the traveling nurses.
You know what
out
I'm saying?
here.
So I was like, let me do this. You know
Especially the
what I'm saying?
traveling
Like,
nurses that be on Tinder.
and especially because, like, the field I want to go in, I want to do, like, cosmetics or work with, like, a plastic surgeon. So that's definitely lucrative in itself. But it's something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been an esthetician for going on 5 years now. So I'm like, all right, I have mastered the art of skincare. So now I need to do something
Dazzle.
else. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do, like, a whole bunch of other shit. Like, you got estheticians out here that do facials, they wax, they do the body contour,
they
they
do
do
all that
eyebrows,
shit,
they're
yeah.
doing lips, like makeup. It's just too much. Like, you can never become a master of, like, a full master of something when you're constantly doing other things. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you get good
Why
at
do
something.
they all? Why does it like a wave all of a sudden where everybody wants to be an esthetician? Like,
It's because it's money in it. You know what I'm saying? It's an ever-growing industry and it's money. But that's how you differentiate between who does it for the money and who does it for the passion. I don't do this for money. If that was the case, I would definitely have my own business. I would be doing, you know what I'm saying, a lot more than skincare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would not be working for a corporation. But most of the girls, like, they just really want to do lashes, or they really want to do, like, the little at-home lip fillers and, like, the permanent makeup and stuff. And they don't really have, like, a passion for it. It's just good money in it, like, you know what I'm saying? And once they realize, like, I know so many girls that have, like, that do lashes, but they're not estheticians. You know what I'm saying? They can't work in a salon, but they can work from their house. You know what I'm saying? But you're eventually going to have to get that certification. But it's just money. Like, that's all it is. It's just they just want money. Like, the last, like, probably 2 years, like, it has been like a crazy influx of, like, people, and I'd be like, damn,
it's insane,
like,
bro.
it's insane. And I don't know where they're getting their trainings at, but the 2 schools that I know that do hold, you know what I'm saying, that do have that program, they fucking suck. Like, I've worked with multiple people from, like, both of those institutes, and they fucking suck. Like, I don't know what they're teaching y'all. Like,
I've gotten hit up.
and the
like,
program is getting shorter and shorter. Like, 3, 4, 5 months. Like, what the fuck? What can you be taught?
What are you learning in that
You know
time
what I'm
period?
saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're not learning about, like, the biology, the chemistry, the skin physiology of everything. They're just learning how to
crazy
provide
now that you
services.
say that, like, these motherfuckers don't be having certifications. Somebody that I know that I really thought that they were already certified because they had been doing waxing and shit like that and all that stuff, hit me up and was like, hey, I'm doing facials for credit, at my school.
Yeah.
And I was like, bitch, ain't you been doing this for the last couple of years? Like, what
Right.
the fuck? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
And be having whole businesses, and I be reporting them bitches too.
yeah,
I
they
sure
having whole
do.
businesses.
I be right on State Board looking up y'all names and seeing if y'all have y'all licenses or anything like that, and a lot of y'all don't. And I be right there reporting you.
out there giving people chemical pills.
Because why are you
and
playing in
shit.
people's face?
Yeah,
Why are you
burning
playing on people's
skin
body?
and
Like,
shit,
why are
bro.
you playing? Like,
shit is serious.
no.
But that body sculpting shit seems really stupid to me. I'm sorry.
It does not work.
It
That
seems
shit don't
so
work.
fucking
It's a waste of
stupid.
money. It does not work.
It's like,
It's like a placebo. Like, it works for, like,
why are you doing all this instead of just going to the gym? You know what I'm saying?
just go get surgery at this point. Like,
Or just go get the BBL. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you really believe that you're going to go to somebody, they're going to put some cream on you and massage you and melt the fat up underneath your skin. Are you fucking
now they do have laser,
kidding?
like,
Now,
fat
I'm
removal
sure-
stuff.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure there's
they're not
little-
doing that.
Yeah,
know
like,
what
are
I'm
you
saying?
kidding me though? Like,
You're not,
you know
you're
what I'm
not,
saying?
you're not equipped to have those type of machines. You can't afford those type of machines.
Yeah,
you can't
bro.
really
this is,
do that shit.
Yeah, bro. Come on, like
You
for
went
this-
to a
for this
class.
to really be
You
happening.
paid $700,
stop
went
it.
to a class. They gave you some fucking ultrasonic massager that heats up, and told
Makes
you
you
that
think it's working.
if you do this and put this cream on and then put on this fucking waist trainer, you're gonna lose weight.
Yeah.
Waist trainers don't work either.
Shit is crazy.
Talk to
Put
him.
all them on blast. Put them all on blast.
I'm just saying, stop playing in people's face for real.
Yeah.
But
Especially
get
What
your
about
money.
the sweat joints? You don't think the sweat joints work?
It makes you sweat, but
When they like wearing them joints and then they sweat, I see them. They be working. It seem
Oh,
like
the sweatband? Yeah, I think
They work.
I
Well,
mean, it's
that's-
to make you sweat. I don't think
But
it's
it's
like
being
to like.
coupled with working out too.
Yes, being
Yeah.
coupled working
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Exactly.
Most
Some of
bitches
these
should be
people-
trying to wear this waist trainer and do nothing else.
Yeah, these motherfuckers
Yeah, you
just
bugging.
go-
Pizza a while.
yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. They just go to the weight.
It's
They wear the
working.
waist trainer and go to body sculpting.
Nah, you bugging.
Eat the same thing. Don't go to the
Literally.
gym.
They
So
might
gonna do
walk.
nothing.
They might walk.
Might.
And
They might walk.
They might walk because they're like, at least walk 30 minutes 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Whoa,
the bare
that ain't gonna do
minimum.
nothing for you.
Like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's kind of blast it. Is that we already gave y'all
These
We
topics
gave
suck.
y'all
No
an
one cares about
episode,
this
shit.
stuff.
well, I do want to say that
Call this episode "Take Care of Your Kids."
you said these topics suck. Nobody
Yeah.
care about this. Well, I'll tell you what I did care about. I cared that Meek Mill's album came out.
Oh,
I was
did it?
disappointed again.
I'm about to say I've heard
You were
very
disappointed
mixed
again?
reviews.
But it didn't go as crazy
Oh,
as I thought it was gonna go.
okay.
And now there are some bangers on there.
Yeah.
There's a couple.
There's a
I
couple
like
bangers. Let's be clear.
Expensive Pain goes crazy.
But it wasn't no champions. Now champions,
It's not Champions. It's
Champions
not
was
Champions.
insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Champions.
Yeah,
was
I
just,
think you showed me that. Yeah,
Champions
yeah, you showed me.
was just completely insane.
Yeah.
Meek Mill's album, bro. I'm sorry to say, it's mid.
Okay, all right. Now rank it with the 3 that had the big 3 that just came out.
It's underneath
Donda,
both of them to me.
Yeah.
what do you call it?
CBL,
Loverboy.
sorry, CLB.
Okay.
CLB and Donda are both better than Meek Mill albums.
Shit,
to me.
honestly, since Meek's the only one that I listen to in full,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
technically gonna have to rate that one the highest right now.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
How many
terrible.
tracks?
Just off the strength that that's the only one I listen to in full.
How many tracks?
How many
18.
was it? It was like 18. It was under
18.
20. Yeah,
That's good.
it wasn't bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it was still a lot because it didn't feel like there were enough bangers to constitute for 18.
Yeah, but you know what else? And you know what else? It felt like.
I felt like he was trying to do things that wasn't him. He's experimenting.
Yeah, it's
this is
experimental.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
felt experimental, and
Yeah.
I do like that style that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Some of them was cool.
it's a lot faster pace.
Yeah.
It's a lot faster of a pace. And
Like
it's,
fast spitting
It's
like-
faster.
or just
yeah.
tempo?
I would say faster tempo. The bar, it's more words. It's
Okay.
definitely more words. But I would say because it's more words, the words aren't hitting as hard as they used to.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even on some of the freestyles and like even on Blue Notes too, I love Blue Notes too. But if I really look at bar for bar, it's like I'm not in a competition with my homie. I'm whipping a competition with it. I know my opposition didn't know me. They wouldn't be opposition if they know me. It's like
It's so
it's
together.
not. You're not saying that much.
But
You know what I'm
bruh,
saying?
Yeah. There's
He's,
only
he's
like
saying
three-
one thing like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over and
Yeah.
over again. You know
But
what I
here's
mean?
the thing. To me, Meek Mill has like a little bit of a bag that no one else can tap into the way he does. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
100%.
And like, I just wish he would sit there a little more
yeah.
because that expensive pain, the title record. I
yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah, yeah. that
Remember, I
shit's
texted
crazy.
you when you texted me the album.
Yeah.
I told you it was the 5th track. I was like, I'm on this joint right now. Expensive Pain. This is the first one I fuck with.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I fuck
yeah,
with.
Yeah,
I fuck with that record. And then I already like Sharon Low Case's person.
yeah.
Some people don't like that record.
I was disappointed in that one, man,
I
because
like that record.
I liked it. You know what was fucked up?
But I've been liked it though.
The snippet had me going so crazy. I thought it was gonna be crazy, but then when I heard it, I was like,
But that shit came out a while back though.
I know I do have some.
You have
more.
some little ears.
That shit came
Yeah, I
back.
do.
That shit came out a while
I
back.
have big ones.
Yeah.
Did you hear it back then when they first came out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
been listening to it for a while,
Yeah, I like it, man. And
but
then
I haven't held on to it like I've held on to Blue Notes
and then Blue Notes I like. You show me Blue Notes.
Yeah, Blue Notes and like some of the freestyles that he had leading up to the album dropping.
Yeah. But that type of flow you were talking about, isn't that like Migos?
No, not really.
You talking about the triplets? The triplet flow.
I guess.
Is he trying that or?
Yeah, but
No,
that's
it-
like
no.
Bone Thugs too, though.
Yeah,
they like
it
they
is.
did.
But
triplets.
no.
yeah.
Even though I did it like that, it's not like it doesn't sound like he's biting anybody. Like, let me be clear.
Okay,
You know, what I'm saying? It
okay.
doesn't sound like another flow. It's just a more.
Yeah, that's why I was
spec-
trying to understand. Like,
Oh, yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of like he changed. I'm like, well, sometimes
It's like
you
it's mainly
evolve,
the, it's
or you
mainly
just
the
biting what
production.
other people do.
It's mainly the production and then the speed of it.
Okay.
But,
But
then
it's-
he did a couple records with like auto tune where he was trying to do this like Roddy Rich style.
Which he's
vibe.
done
Did
that.
it work?
He's done that before.
Yeah,
and it's
but-
worked sometimes, but not
Okay.
as
And not
much
as-
though.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
as much. It doesn't. That doesn't work for him as much.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't work for him as
Like
much.
it was cool in a moment, and
works
then
for
like
him-
halfway through the record, I'm like, well, I'm
Yeah.
already cool with it. Like it'd have been cool if he did that for a verse and then gave me the rap in the second verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
he'll still do good numbers though. I didn't like the album cover either.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I
weak.
didn't like the album cover. That shit was kind of whack. Honestly, I didn't like Champions album cover, but the album went
I
hard.
didn't mind it because
It wasn't bad, but
you know what
it
it
wasn't
was?
great though.
The album turned out to be really, really good, so I didn't give a fuck about it.
It made up for it.
Now that the album is like, all right, it's like you could have done better on the artwork.
Then you're paying attention to the artwork.
Paid attention to everything now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm just disappointed that Donda was a black cover.
You know,
Like, that
I
shit
was
just-
disappointed about that.
That shit is just whack to me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
'cause I'm
It's,
just like,
it's
Didn't
so
he just
bad.
re-release a different version of
I'm
that?
hearing.
Something like
I heard
that.
about
I
that.
don't
I don't
Yeah.
know when he did it, but I heard about that. But I don't know
Yeah,
if
they
it's a
said
deluxe
Drake
version?
made some changes too.
He made some changes. I know he took
It's a white cover.
He took
Nice.
Chris Brown off.
he what?
He took Chris Brown off.
Oh,
Chris
yeah, I
Brown
heard
had-
it.
Yeah,
I
he
heard
did.
he was gonna do that
he
too.
did. He took Chris Brown
For
all
a
the way
specific
off.
reason, or
He was on. I don't remember which record, but he was on background vocals, and he took Chris Brown all the way off
why?
because Chris Brown was
Brown
talking all that shit.
complaining
He was talking shit.
about him taking his verse off or some shit like that.
Oh.
And then he was like, "Well, shit, nigga, here go these vocals you had on here too. I'm taking
He
these off."
he doubled down.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
hate that the album cover is black. Like that's so fucking lame, bro.
See, when I saw that cover, I was just like, it reinforced that idea that a lot of people, a lot of artists today don't put thought in their album covers, and I think it's because it's not physical media anymore.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like the whole
fold out,
booklet.
that's what I was about to
It
say,
was a
with the
booklet,
pictures.
you know.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Records were the best.
Oh, yeah. I would say
that's
that.
bro,
I would
that's
say that,
literally
yeah.
why I used. That's one of the
The
reasons
vinyl,
why I
yeah.
like getting the vinyls too.
Yeah.
Is because when I start dropping freestyles and just like singles and shit, and I just start dropping more records back to back, I just want to recreate a lot of these artworks that I've seen. Like that just bruh, and it doesn't matter what the genre is. The
Yeah.
album artworks on vinyls used to be fucking insane, dog.
Yeah.
And it'd be just dumb shit.
And
It'd
still
be
insane.
dumb shit, funny shit, super artistic shit.
Yeah.
Super simple things. But it's like a lot of them can be recreated. It's like I never worried about where the idea for the next album cover is gonna come from because I know I can go to a flea market
Yeah.
and just go through a couple records and pick one and find one
Yeah.
that I like and then
Yeah.
boom, I'll just recreate that.
Yeah, because it used to
'Cause
be very
there's so
artistic.
many ideas, bro.
Yeah, and just like it just added to the experience, you know. So now that it's just in the JPEG era, it kind of just like, oh, just put a picture of my foot. You know, it's
yeah,
like that's the
yeah.
album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Shane has been on these flip flops for the last month or two.
I
about
need
to
to buy
say,
new
you had-
shoes. That's what it was.
you had
That
the
is what it
toes
was.
out.
The ones I got kind of stink. So I'm just like, but it was like warm and shit. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna just rock these
Why you
for a
just
while.
wash
Okay,
them?
okay.
Throw them in
Yeah.
the wash machine.
Yeah, they
Oh,
man.
oh shit, really?
They're cloth.
Oh shit.
You ain't never
Chucks,
washed
I might do that shit.
The
Yeah.
covers?
Yeah.
Throw them
Nigga,
shits
take-
in the wash
nigga,
machine.
put
Oh,
them
okay.
laces out
I
there,
usually
put
just
them
like-
right in the wash machine.
I just threw them out.
Yeah,
I need a
put
new
'em-
pair.
Put them laces out there, right in the wash machine.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
then
do
let
that
them
shit.
air dry. It's nice out. You just
Yep.
sit them on the
Yeah.
porch.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
Drake should be airing on Drink Champ soon.
Tomorrow.
You were talking about that
Yeah,
for
he's
like
supposed to be on
a
Drink Champs
couple
tomorrow.
months.
I'm gonna be real. I'm
So
not
it's
excited
tomorrow.
for that at all.
I am.
Really?
I'm very excited.
Oh,
The
tell
reason
me
I'm
why.
not- the reason I'm not excited about it is because as much as I love Nori, he's not that great of an interviewer.
Oh,
He talks too
oh,
fucking much. He cuts
okay.
them off.
I tried to
all the
watch
time.
one. Yeah,
Let's
I
give it
tried
up.
to watch him, and I couldn't.
And it's like because he cuts them all, and he's
Yeah.
like he be so hyped to talk
He's
to them.
not
and
listening sometimes. Yeah.
He don't be listening.
That's
He
that
be-
New
Yeah,
York
no,
shit.
I agree with what you're saying,
Yeah, yeah.
but I feel like Drake is an intriguing enough character for me to want to pay
I just
attention.
don't. But it's like we get so few Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I want a good interview. Like
I think it will be. I think Drake will bring that out. I said Drake.
maybe.
Say it,
maybe.
Drake. Yeah.
I
Shout
think
out,
Drake.
shout out to Drake.
Shout out to Drake.
Madrick,
Shout out to Drake.
Yeah.
Misery.
But
Yeah, it
Drake
might
will
be
bring that
interesting
like
regardless, I guess.
like his rap radar one was phenomenal because
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
are fucking interviewing goats, B Dot
Yeah.
and Elliot. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But it'll probably be good though because
I
we'll get
think
to
it
see
will.
Drake having fun. Probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I feel like it's gonna be lit for sure.
I want to see him go one on one.
Especially
Because I feel
if
like-
he'll be
I feel like-
drinking. Yeah.
But here's the other piece. I feel like there's things to ask him that there wasn't to ask him before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Since
And
his
there's-
last one.
Just to even ask him about Donda and really hear his fucking take on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? With all the Kanye
Who
shit.
knows what the fuck he
Like,
might say?
I'm
Yeah.
more intrigued on the Drake side of it than I am the Nori side of it.
Do you think Nori would even ignore that? Like, what's going on?
No, he gonna say something.
He'll probably offer it
Yeah.
like crazy, like in a crazy like whack way. But
Yeah.
he will get the question off. I'm sure.
It ain't gonna be that whack.
It ain't gonna be that whack, but yeah, you know what I'm saying though. You know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
know
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Dory
Yeah.
annoys me in the sense that he interrupts people when they're answering.
Like,
that annoys me.
I will still watch the Drink Champs. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I watched the Cameron one.
Right.
I love the Cameron one. But every time he was be cutting Cameron off, I'd be
Get
like,
annoyed.
"Can you let my nigga go?" You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, I want to hear from Cameron. Let him cook. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, I didn't notice what Nori did until the Busta one, where
Yeah.
Busta said like at some point he was like 400 pounds, and Nori was like, "Let's give it up for." Oh no, not give it up, but he wasn't like listening, so
Yeah.
he was about to like cheer that on, and Busta was trying to say like he was having health problems.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, damn, he wasn't even listening.
So yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking-
I'm definitely
yeah.
gonna watch that. I'm sure.
Yeah,
all
I'll
y'all
watch
gonna
it.
that.
Yeah,
No.
Jay-Z and Kid Cudi
You're not
have
gonna
a
watch
new
it?
song together. And a
Drake. I
teaser
thought you loved Drake.
Is in.
I don't watch stuff like that. That shit for niggas.
Oh shit.
The Harder They Fall. Starring
about Drake
Regina
James?
King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really watch shit like that.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna make an
Black Western
exception
film
because
that
I knew
may
you like
debut on
Drake.
Netflix. I guess I got to see the trailer to get.
Oh
excited
yeah,
about
what
it.
are you talking about? Say it again.
Jay-Z and Kid Cudi have a new song together and a teaser. And a teaser is in the trailer for The Harder They Fall, starring Regina King, Jonathan,
The harder
Mayor.
they fall.
Idris Alba.
Oh, is that the
Zazie
song I
Beetz,
heard? I saw that trailer, but I
Lakeith
didn't know.
Stanfield,
Yeah,
and many others in a black Western film that
yeah, on
will
Netflix.
debut on Netflix. I mean, the people in there.
You haven't seen the trailer for that?
I'll watch it off the strength
A
of the
black
people in
cowboy
there.
movie.
They said Delray Lindo and Lakeith Stanfield.
And Stanfield.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll
Regina
watch
King.
it.
Hey,
Yeah.
what you're named after a Western.
Yes, Shane.
What was the name of the Western show?
Oh no, the movie was called Shane.
Okay,
Yeah.
a customer that I had knew that. I went to
Yeah.
somebody's house. They had like Western shit all over the place.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, one of my friends is named after a Western TV show or movie. His
Yeah,
name
movie.
is Shane. He
Yeah.
said, it's one of my favorite movies. I was
Oh,
like,
it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what he said, yeah.
I remember seeing some of it, but my
Yeah.
mom was obsessed with westerns, so she
Yeah.
named me like she was pregnant with me. And there's a part where he's riding off, and the kid says Shane, Shane, Shane. She was like, oh, Shane. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was
Yep.
named after the Cherokee Kid, the movie with Sinbad in it.
For real.
No. But my mom used to call me that when I was little. I think I was born like the year after.
Honestly, I don't know.
No,
the year
I just
before
love that
they
you
came
just
out.
straight up lied.
I don't know what I was named after at all.
My mom was supposed to. My mom was going to name me, so I was going to have two names. Mom was going to name me So Fine,
Oh, wow.
literally
Thank God
spelled
she didn't.
SO' fine.
Oh,
And I'm dead ass. And my godfather told her that I was going to come out so ugly. Then
What?
she was going to name me. My mom's name is Carol, and she has a twin brother named Daryl.
Yeah.
And he has a daughter named Dara, so they were
Yeah.
going to name me Kara.
To
Dara,
rhyme.
Carol and Daryl.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to have my, I don't know, be different.
Your
'Cause all
own
my,
identity.
All my brothers have like very common names. Like my mom's name is Carol. My brothers are Keith, Corey, Kevin,
Yeah.
and then Cherokee.
Yeah. I mean, and look, and there's nothing wrong. Like it's just like
Even on
somebody
my
just being
dad's
like
side, Stephen,
John,
Christopher, Jason. His name
Yeah.
is Gaston.
Yeah.
Cherokee.
Like you don't like sometimes you don't need to have like an elaborate name. Like
My kids will definitely have
somebody's name
unique names,
Asparagus.
though. You know what I'm saying?
Asparagus Johnson.
My kids will have unique nicknames, but their names will be right. They will look white on paper. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Cause see, I wouldn't want to name them something. That
Maybe
is just
not
gonna-
white, but y'all know what I mean.
Oh,
I'm not,
yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna name my son Hunter. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I want my kids to have like
He gets
But
one of
pretty
those,
ethnic
those
names for their
camouflage hats.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the life that I'm setting up, I can name my kids wherever and they'd be good.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think their name's gonna matter too much.
Yeah.
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 It does a little bit sometimes these days, but I mean, I've worked with some people with some wild names, so I'm just like,
This nigga is so annoying.
Mine is a Jurassic Park Petty.
just
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yeah, your dogs. Wait, whoever's dogs.
My
I don't
dog.
Even, is it
It's him and De Niro.
really? They fighting?
They just be going at it.
Oh, because I know the last weekend they weren't like that. So I'm like, okay, that has to be the difference. I think Gwyneth Paltrow, you know her?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think her child is named Apple.
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 V.
yeah.
Rames has a daughter named Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yep.
Rainbow Rames. Ving
yeah.
Rames. Yeah, Rainbow
Who else
Rames.
has-
His child name is Blanket.
Blanket.
Yeah, blanket.
Who else has?
Hey, what?
Is that a celebrity luxury to just name your?
Oh yeah, I mean, because your kids
Look
don't
at
never.
Elon Musk and Grimes.
Yeah, name her fucking like
was-
numbers and shit.
Yeah, it was a code or some shit.
Yeah.
What time is it right now? What time are we at, Leon?
134.
Oh.
For real? Nigga, we
damn.
done. We
Yeah,
done
but
this.
that's from the start of the original conversation.
I think
that's
we're
gonna
only
be
cutting.
cut out.
I'm only
Okay.
cutting 10 minutes off at the most.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
cut
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 120
Yeah, we're
something.
done, bro. We
Okay.
done did too much already.
No, we gave them a lot of
Give them a lot. We got parenting
advice from non-parents.
Yeah.
We were raised by parents, so I know know what I'm talking about.
Dreamville is April 2nd and 3rd. Sales starts October 1st. I really need to go ahead.
I'm done. I'm not doing it this year.
Why?
Bro,
It's next year.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, it was too much. When I went to the first one, that shit was, bro.
It was
My
like
body,
120.
my body was hurting.
Oh, I was
for
tired
like,
too. Oh,
for
that's
like
what you
3
mean, it was
days.
too much.
No, I ain't. I didn't even buy my ticket back then. So I didn't care. That's
what
the
you
only
mean it
reason
was
I
too
went.
much?
It was just like being in festivals. Like I don't think I'm a festival type of
I don't
person.
think I'm a festival
I
person
think I
either.
can do like concerts, but
I
to
told
be,
myself I would do VIP package this time because my body can't handle.
bro, I needed to sit down.
on the
Like
ground. Yeah,
the
yeah,
muddiness,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Yeah, it was a
people, the
lot.
lines. Like it was just too much for me.
Fuck that. We're gonna get press passes. I gotta connect. We
Oh,
good.
shit.
We're gonna be behind stage. We good.
And we can now that in that case,
We're gonna be
then
there.
yes.
We'll be at Dreamville, y'all.
Okay.
Behind stage, away from you regular folks.
In that case,
Oh,
I can do
shit.
that. But
Yeah, we'll do
before,
that.
like, I mean,
We'll do that.
fucking
We'll
We're
do,
gonna go to Dreamville otherwise.
we'll do
No.
interviews and shit like that.
the first one was enough for me. Like, I was good.
You good for
I
the
mean,
rest
we
of the year.
could still get other better seats, motherfucker, or like anything. But I mean, yeah, press pass would be best. But
I
I'm just
don't
saying in
know.
general, like,
Bro, that shit was. Did you go? Did
Bring
you?
a
Y'all
lawn
did
chair.
go.
yeah,
That shit was a lot, bro.
We went.
Bring
I
a
was
lawn
there
chair.
we were there for hours.
Had a great time, but I
had a great time.
fucking
I got all that
exhausted.
walking and shit. Y'all
Yeah,
active.
nah,
I'm
we wanna
not
sit down.
active. Like, we had to beg this lady for like trash bags so we could like sit down.
Honestly,
Like,
you know
there
what
was
I think I
nowhere to
really
sit.
want to do? I really want to borrow a bicycle and chain it up somewhere. So at the end, I could just get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now,
Walking- 'cause
what about
walking
driving
away
and shit?
Took way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I can get on
Yeah.
a bike and hit me a sidewalk, I'll
Yeah.
bike a couple miles away.
And was
and
it
then-
traffic too, or going in
It
and
was
out?
fucking
that traffic
insane,
was
bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying,
just trying to
yeah.
get a lift or
You get a bike?
Bruh, me and Alora, we walked from there all the way to Flying Saucer.
yeah, nigga, I did the same shit. I walked all the way to London Bridge Pub.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Like, we walked
Somebody
from-
dropped us off. Fuck that.
What was the name? Where was it at again?
I don't even remember.
Dorothy
Dorothy
Dix.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
walked from Dorothea Dix to, let's see where Flying Saucer. Let me just
That's
say
crazy.
Just to give us
this is
context.
I want to see who went farther.
Yeah.
But this is literally,
Yeah.
but this is just after. This is after you've been standing for 12 hours at a concert,
Yeah.
drinking too.
Yeah. Oh, so you're like buzzed and shit.
Hell no.
No, you're exhausted.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I'm
exhausted.
saying? Like your fucking feet hurt. You're tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit, that's how I was at Universal.
Flying Saucer. All right.
From
it
Dorothy?
It wasn't that far. It was only a mile and a half, but after that much. So it was a
Yeah.
32-minute walk, which that sounds about right.
Yeah, my shit was roughly the same. I went to London Bridge and that shit was 1.7.
Yeah, so yours was further. Mine was 1.5. But that was after, like I said, that's after you've been standing at a festival
And then that's additional
for 10
being on your feet.
with no seats, bro. Your feet are fucking
Yeah, bro.
screaming.
And
can't
it's
even-
muddy.
Burning.
So you can't even bring like a lawn chair or some shit?
You can, but I'm
No.
about to lug that bitch around.
Right.
Oh,
Don't-
okay.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to. Yeah, you don't nobody want to carry
Especially
that around.
if you don't have a car and
Yeah.
shit.
Then
So-
like the bags, you had to have like a clear bag. You couldn't have like anything solid.
Nigga, somebody called me the day of and was like, "Yo, can you get me in?" I
Yeah,
said,
that happened to me too.
I said, "Who do you think I am?"
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
I thought you
Like-
were my plug, man.
Like what the fuck? Like nigga, I bought tickets like everybody else did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think this is like a club and I can open a side door, bro?
Yeah.
What do you think this is?
Yeah.
And they called me like 2-3 times, like urgently, like I already promised them I was gonna get them in. Like
What the fuck?
I'm like, why do you stop calling me? I just stopped answering because I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like
When did I give you that
this
impression?
is that same person who has performative sex, great performative.
Oh,
sex.
that same
God.
one? Oh,
This is
really?
The same, this
oh.
is the same one, and
Oh.
it's just like,
And when they sold out,
yeah,
the resale tickets was crazy.
yeah, and that's why it's just crazy. Like, it's not a shit. First of all, I don't work for Dreamville. I don't work for J. Cole. This ain't no fucking local rap show that I'm even hosting at or just
Right.
attending. This isn't even a concert venue. This is an outdoor venue.
But
How
you
the
have
fuck
ti-
do you expect? You expect me to boost you over a fence?
You have tickets, you
what-
have clout.
Bro, what do you expect me to do, bro? I have general admission tickets.
I don't even
Okay,
think I heard of anyone sneaking in there.
me neither.
You think nobody even
I don't
got
think
the
anyone-
opportunity to?
I
No.
don't think so, bro. That shit was locked
It was tight?
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was tight. They
Bro,
had-
that shit was
there's
crazy.
tall ass fences. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Around the entire
Yeah.
enclosing the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I definitely think I should bring a bike
Yeah.
because it ain't far from here, but it's far enough to where it's like
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of here though.
Okay.
Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Everything to 3 Podcast.
Watch your damn kids.
Yeah, and keep your kids away from Try to
everything.
Words of advice. Stay in your children's lives, whether you don't get along with the baby daddy. It's not about you. Once you have children, let me make this clear.
That's
Once you have children,
that is the biggest one.
Fuck the person you made the child with. It ain't about y'all
Fuck
no
you.
more. It's about y'all children. And a lot of you hoe-ass motherfuckers with kids be forgetting that shit. It ain't about you. Fuck you. It's about your children.
Yeah.
So get
Not
along
you
with
and them.
Don't be beefing in front of your child because that's gonna fuck them up.
That's lame.
Keep them protective as much as you can from sexual and physical and emotional abuse, and stay off drugs and stop smoking. You know, just stop doing nigga shit around your children. But we out of here, y'all, because the dogs keep barking. So bye.
You just watched well, we could start over if you'd like.
Hey,
You just watched the Three Oak podcast instead of listening to it.
you just watched the Three Oak podcast. Okay.
Thank you for watching the Three Oak podcast.
Subscribe.
Listen to that guy.